So we have Rob and we have Angela that are in the Weather Center tracking all the developments, and we may go back to them as warranted as the weather situation develops.
We're also monitoring power outages because of those
Correct.
strong winds. AES Indiana right now reporting about 9,000 power outages, and that will likely go up as the evening rolls on.
Our assignment desk is also gathering some images of people that have storm damage. So if you want to send those in to us and we can share those and verify those as well. We hope that you've made it through without any property damage and everyone's getting home safe and sound. And we're going to get to the latest headlines now on this Friday night here at 5 o'clock. Felicia is off, so Dustin is here right now. Today, Hoosier veterans met with state leaders to advocate for legalizing medical marijuana statewide.
This comes a day after the Trump administration reclassified that drug into a less dangerous category. Those veterans told our Jenna Webster today it was a positive, productive meeting.
Behind closed doors, the focus of a meeting at the Department of Veterans Affairs Friday morning is medical marijuana. The conversation was scheduled a month ago, but took on a new meaning one day after the Trump administration reclassified the drug into a less dangerous category.
You know, the feds have made their move, and now it's time for Indiana to make ours. And of course, we want to do it right.
Jeff Staker from Hoosier Veterans for Medical Cannabis has advocated for legislation for a decade. He met with the director for Indiana Veterans Affairs and the policy secretary for the Indiana Department of Health at the request of the governor.
Parties that are there to gather information and really starting to look at what is this going to look like in Indiana and how can we make positive improvements.
Indiana NORML was part of that conversation too. They've proposed an independent commission to oversee regulations. State agency leaders want to know what that would look like.
What that would look like in terms of even financial, you know, like how would it be structured in that way? What would the compliance commission look like?
It tells you that the governor's really taking a close look at this, and I'm hoping that our organization and others can get in the governor's office and have that discussion with him and brainstorm further.
Proposed legislation on the topic rarely gets a committee hearing in the State House.
So we need to address it in some fashion because it's now surrounding us.
That was Governor Braun as a candidate in 2024. He's never given a commitment either way on the topic.
And a lot of the challenges that our legislators have previously have been dismissed with this rescheduling. You know, are we as close? I think we are now, more so than ever.
The federal rescheduling gives Hoosier advocates hope, and they call it a positive meeting with state agencies.
Let's leave it up to the governor.
But any changes to our medical marijuana laws
It's your turn now.
will remain to be seen. In Indianapolis, Jenna Webster, 13 News.
Tonight, a swimmer is in critical condition after divers rescued this person from the Eagle Creek Reservoir on the northwest side. It happened at the section of the reservoir that's near 38th and Dandy Trail. Witnesses reported that person went under and then just did not come back up around noon today. Drivers located them about 30 minutes later.
To the State House now, where Indiana has a new leader heading up the Department of Child Services. Jennifer Dorfmeyer has been serving in an interim capacity for a while now, and the governor just named her director this week.
Our State House reporter Emily Longnecker sat down with Dorfmeyer to find out what is next now for DCS.
Jennifer Dorfmeyer is no stranger to DCS. She's been the interim director since January, with then director Adam Krupp took medical leave. But during her time at DCS, which is more than a decade, she's risen through the ranks. Now as the agency's new director, she hopes for more opportunities for DCS to partner with the community.
I'm both a veteran and a newbie.
That's the perspective newly appointed DCS director Jennifer Dorfmeyer says she's bringing to her new role, heading up the state agency responsible for protecting children from abuse and neglect. Dorfmeyer says a year from now, she hopes communities across the state can feel like they're a part of that mission too.
I would want for the measurable change to be that communities can say, and we have asked, are we partnering with you? Are you protecting children with us? Do you feel like child welfare is also yours? Are we providing good customer service? And most importantly, are we keeping kids safe?
The agency, made up of about 4,000 staff, half of those on the front lines of working with children and families, has faced criticism for high turnover rates in leadership and staff, as well as lawsuits surrounding how it's handled some of its cases.
Why should the public believe stability is coming now?
I don't know. I think it's okay to be critical. It's okay to be skeptical. I would ask that you watch and wait and see where we go.
Under Dorfmeyer's leadership, DCS will have to implement 2 new laws from this past legislative session that take effect July 1st. One new law requires caseworkers to see a child in person within 30 days of closing out a case. Another calls for more transparency from the agency, requiring DCS to publicly report within 5 days of a child's death or near death details of DCS's work on the case.
We are working through implementation, and what does that mean for us legally? What pieces and parts can we share? How do we share it? But overall, I'm really excited about the opportunity to tell our story.
A story Dorfmeyer says starts with child safety as a first priority.
I want to see us not average, because average is average. I want to see us in an excellent space.
Dorfmeyer's predecessor, Adam Krupp, will stay on in a newly created role as a special advisor to Governor Braun on child welfare issues. Coming up tonight at 6, why at least one lawmaker is raising questions about that new role.
Both Dorfmeyer and Krupp are set to make $210,000 in their new roles.